Sprunki on Sketch. This is part 2 how to make it. So we did these icons so you know how to play the game. You see, and that's how you play the game. And part 2, it's gonna be the costumes of Orin and Ratty. So we're gonna duplicate it. So we're gonna use this. So okay, so we're making Orin. So these are the costumes of Orin. We need him half costumes. Okay. K double K. You don't need. Okay. So first we go to code. And we go here. So first let's do one flag clicked. Then we do switch costume to costume 1. Let's do wait 0.3 seconds. Let's go to here. No, we're gonna do this. Okay. Then we need to do switch costume to costume 4. And we're gonna do a wait 0. No, we're gonna do a 0.3 seconds. And we're gonna do switch costume to costume 5. Wait 0.3 seconds. Enter. Switch costume to costume 6. And wait 0.3 seconds. Wait, how about this? Let's do 0.5 seconds. Maybe it can be good. 0.5 seconds. Can be 0.5 seconds. 0.5 seconds. 0.5 seconds. Okay. I think that's solid. Maybe 0.1. 0.1. 0.1. And 0.1. Now it can work. Okay, maybe that's good. Let's do switch costume to costume 7. Wait, 0.1 seconds. We're gonna put it right here. Maybe we'll put it right here. We'll put these guys right there. Now let's see if it works. Okay, it works. And switch costume to costume 8. We're gonna do wait. Okay, we're gonna do wait 0.1 seconds. Let's see if it works. Okay, see. Switch costume to costume 9. Gonna do wait 0.1 seconds. Switch costume to costume 10. Wait 0.1 seconds. Let's see if it works. Let's go to here and switch costume to costume 11. We're gonna do wait 0.1 seconds. Okay, it worked. And switch costume to costume 3. Wait 0.1 seconds. And it worked, you see. Wait, we don't need that one actually. And let's put the forever. Let's just. Oh, I think it did the forever. let's go down. We're gonna, let's just put these guys. Let's just put let's just put these guys right here. Then it can work. We're gonna put this guy right there. We're gonna put this guy right there. And we're gonna put these guys. We're gonna put these guys right here. Can be, this is fine, but it needs to belong where it came from. Okay, this can go here now. Okay, now let's see if it works. So we start the green flag. As you know, let's not let's just we don't need a so we have these. Now let's see if it worked. It has to be costume 1. Maybe it can, and we gotta do this. So let's do it. So let's do when flag clicked. Then we start the forever loop. And we'll repeat 40. So we're gonna do that. And let's do the if else. And we go to sounds and we do the volume. So we're gonna do the volumes of the sounds. And let's do wait. We're gonna do a wait 60 seconds. And we're gonna make a variable. Let's call it switch costume. So we're gonna do switch costume. We're gonna do switch costume. Costume. So that the switch costume can fit on there. And we're gonna make another variable. I'll call it hair. I'll call it hurl. So we have these. And we're gonna set switch costume. And we're gonna do a switch costume right here. I'll do switch costume to costume 1. And set hair. Set hair to next costume. And we're gonna put something. We're gonna put equals 0. And we're also gonna duplicate. We're also gonna add a comment. Now let's say something. Let's call it OB. And set it in right here, space, switch costume. So we're gonna do switch. So we're gonna do switch and space. We're gonna do no. And on here we're gonna do mope. So, and on here we're gonna do space, bulb. So no bulb. And here we're gonna search hope. And here let's just call it car. Because why we need car? Because that's how the options work. And cope. Real. And let's do sensing. Let's do mouse down. And on this one, we're just doing a saving project. So we're just saving. And let's make a new block. How about this? Let's set a new block called Gare. And we need a number or next. And this one, it's gonna be core. So we have that. So we have that new block. Then we set this to Gare. And we set it to 200. Because why we need 200? Because we're going to do that. And and up here, let's go to motions, and we're gonna go X to X. And we're gonna change Y by. Actually, no, we're just changing Y by. And glide, we're gonna set the glide. We're gonna set the glide to mouse pointer. And we put the if else, and we set this to mouse pointer, touching mouse pointer. And it go down, you see? You can do that. Then we're gonna do a loss. So that's how it works, you see? And we're gonna set the timer. And we do mouse and now we're gonna set the X and Y position. So I'll call it X. And we're gonna set it to X. And Y for all sprites. And we go to motions and we set the X and the Y. And we're gonna set X. We're gonna set X to 4. And we're gonna set Y to 0. And that's how it works. And it becomes the X position and the Y position. So that's how it works. And we're gonna do a one flag clicked. Then we're gonna do a broadcasting image. Here, I'll call it loop 2. And we're gonna set a block name loop. And we set the loop right here. And we're gonna do a loop. And go X. Now let's make a block name play loop. So we're going to do play loop. So that the play loop can fit on there. We're going to set this play loop. And we put the block right there. And we put this play loop. And go to. And we're going to set the go to. Now let's do, and we're going to set this to loop 2. So that the loop 2 can fit on there. And we got the loop 2. We put it right there. And we put another loop 2 right there. And wait. But wait. We're also gonna change the saturations, okay? Let's do loop 2 and we're gonna do set X to do that. And now let's see if it worked. I think it worked. And we're gonna go, instead of random, it's gonna be Sprite 2. So we're going, and that's the loop 2, you see. And let's name it loop 1. And when flag clicked and broadcasted image, we're gonna set it loop 1. And that's our loop 1. Then we set this loop 1 right there. And we set this loop 1 right there. And then we're gonna do the go to. And now we're gonna do Ratty costumes. We're gonna do Ratty's costumes. So we duplicated. And we're gonna do a square. But no outline, only just a fill. Okay, no outline, only just a fill. We're gonna copy and paste this. And we're gonna do this. So when it's this, it's not this now. Maybe let's do and we're gonna copy and paste. We're gonna copy it. And we don't need an outline, we just use this. Maybe another thing, we just set it to 4. let's do one flag clicked. And on here, we're gonna do one flag clicked. Switch costume. To costume 3. And wait 0.3 seconds. Actually, no, 0.1 seconds. It needs to be 0.1. And switch costume to costume 12. Wait 0.3 seconds. Now let's see if it worked. Oh yeah, I think it worked. And we're gonna do switch costume to costume 13. And we're gonna do, wait, this needs to be 0.1 seconds. And this needs to be 0.1 seconds. And let's see if it worked. Yeah, I think it worked. And okay, 0.1 seconds. Let's see if it worked. And switch costume to costume 15. Wait 0.1 seconds. And it worked. And switch costume to costume 16. And wait 0.1 seconds. Let's see if it worked. And yeah, it worked. And switch costume to 17. Wait 0.1 seconds. Let's see if it worked. And yeah, it worked. And let's put the forever loop. So we're gonna put the forever loop in. Now let's see if it works. And we're gonna do a position on Ratty. We're gonna do Ratty. One flag clicked. Play loop. And yeah, let's put the forever loop, okay? Let's just put the forever loop. And and go X to X. We need to set the go to and change Y by. Change Y by 100 times. And we do repeat 100 times. And yeah, let's put the if else in. So we're gonna put the if else. And we're gonna stop all. And we're gonna, let's put tushing sprite. We're gonna tush sprite 2. We're gonna touch sprite 3 because this is Ratty. And create clone of bars. So we're gonna create clone of bars. And we're gonna make a new block. I'll call it op. So we set it to op. And we set this op right here. And we need to do the go to. So that the go to can fit on there. And we're gonna put the op right here. Well, you can, let's do glide a mouse point. We're gonna glide. And it goes. When it reaches, so when Ratty reaches on, then we win, right? And we're gonna win the game. So we wait 0.7 seconds. And yeah, let's do the win game. So we're gonna call this win. I'll call it win. So win. So that's the win. If you win the game, you're like giant something. So we gotta win this game. And we just gonna do this and set this to 0. We gotta set the 0 and 0. We're gonna make it curvy. So it can be curvy like this. And we're gonna do this. And we're gonna do this and this. And this needs to be curvy like this. This needs to be curvy like this. And we're gonna do, let's call it you win. So we're gonna call it you, and we're gonna call it win. Maybe, or maybe on here. Let's try that again, okay? Okay, you, then space win. You win. And that's the you win. Okay, you win. Let's make it bigger. So we're gonna copy and paste. So whoever wins the game on Sprunki, you're gonna get the icon. So we're gonna do a group. And we're gonna copy and paste this guy. So whoever gets the icon, you win. So we're gonna copy and, so we're gonna copy and paste. And this Pulu's gonna be happy. So we make him happy because you win, you see? Now he's happy. Because you win. We're gonna delete this, guys. And we're gonna do a costume too. We're gonna do another one. And let's make it bigger. We're gonna color this reddish. We're gonna delete the head. And so that's the winning game. So we're gonna do one flag clicked. Then let's set a new block. I'll call it, I'll call it you win. And that's you win. So if somebody wins the game on Sprunki, you need to collect them. And we're gonna do one flag click, and we're gonna set the height to sprite. So it's gonna hide, and we need to set here, look it. We're gonna let's do the reset timer. And we're gonna duplicate it. So the reset timer. And let's do the go to. You need to do the go to. You need to go to 0 and 0. And we're gonna call this U and A so that the U, A can fit on there. And we set this direction right there. And I want this UA to show because I want the UA to show on 94 scores. So that's how we do it. And we set this right here. And wait, let's only do the A because I want to see what the A looks like. We're gonna set the A so that we can see what it looks like. And let's make a list. I'll call it loot. I'll call it loot for all sprites and where. So we got those variables so that the loot and where can fit on there. And add loot to 10 and add where to 0. And now let's do it. So let's do key. We're gonna do key, press right arrow pressed, and we're gonna set the if, and we're gonna set key pressed left arrow. And we're gonna set the reset timer. And yes, let's put the if else. And we set this to key down arrow pressed. Now let's see if it worked. And wait, didn't I set the show? Oh yeah, I forgot the show. So there's no show. So we gotta do a one flag clicked show. Let it show. We need to let it show. We need to set this to 0. And 0. And we need to go to back layer. Not the front layer, back layer, okay? Only the back layer. Then we're gonna delete that sound. Let's record the sound. Let's maybe record. Wait, why is there no sound? Maybe we'll do a print. No. No. Maybe. And let's do point. We're gonna point in 90, okay? We're gonna point. And set Y to 100. And we're gonna repeat we're gonna repeat 100 times. Now we're gonna duplicate it. Let's set this to up arrow. We're gonna set this to space. And we don't need a reset timer. We just need to, let's delete this clone. So need to delete this clone. And let's set a block name Opal. No, let's just set it Opal so that the upload can fit on there. And we need a number or next. We call this Joe. And we set the Jopo. And we set the Jopo right there. And we set the Jope. And on this one, we're gonna set it. Let's set it to 800 so that we can see it on 800. Let's do let's do set A to 0. And let's do divided by 60. And we put it right there. And we need to set it to sin. And we do the star, it needs to be 70. And plus 80. And minus, we're going to do minus 100. And we set this joke and put right there. And we set this and put right there. And we're gonna duplicate it. Then duplicate again. And yeah, let's put the if. We're gonna put the if. We're gonna put more if. Then forever loop if. And touching mouse pointer, and mouse down. Now let's see. Let's see if it worked or not. So whoever wins the game but wait, we need to let's paint this. So we're gonna so we need to touch this to win the game. We need to touch the cat to win the game. So we have this win right here. And so we touch this to win. We're gonna duplicate. And we're gonna do this. So whoever wins the game, we need to touch this to win the game. Because if you touch this, then look it. His head will grow up like that, you see? And we're gonna do copy and paste. And copy and paste, we're gonna flip. So we're gonna see the cat flying. Then when flag clicked, switch costume to costume. One, switch, and then wait 0.1 seconds. Switch costume to wait 0.3 seconds. And this can be 0.1 seconds. And we're gonna duplicate it again. Make it smaller. Now we can work. Maybe switch costume to costume 3, wait 0.3 seconds. This can be 0.1. How about that? Yeah, it worked, you see. Let's choose the sound for the cat. So let's do it. And we need to play sound. We play sound. Now it worked, you see. And we're gonna copy this one. It's gonna be paste. And this one needs to go right here. So we need to touch this to win. But it's not showing, you see. Maybe it can be 0 and 0. But it's not showing. Maybe one flag clicked. Show. Let it show. And it shows seed. So we need to touch the cat to win. So when flag clicked, then let's set a block. Let's call it, I'll call it win. And we're going to say win the cat. And we put the win cat right there. And we're gonna call this, I'll call it win cat. So the win cat can fit on there. And we set this. Let's set it to 400. So we need to change A by 100. 700, 800. See, it's counting on numbers. And change U to 700. And we're also going to do a win flag click, then glide bars. Then we set it to 100. Actually, no, let's just set it to 1000. And change Y by 10. And yes, change Y by 10. And set Y to 100%. And point throwers to mouse point. Now let's see. Maybe this can be 1 and this can be 0. Maybe this can be 0. As you notice, maybe 50. And this is... And let's see. So we need to show the cat. And we're going to save. So we need to win the game, right? And we're going to hide the sprite. So when flag clicked, hide. So we need to then go to front layer, but not the back, only just front. And we put this. We're gonna do the costume name, not number, just costume name. We're gonna set a where's maybe this. Wait, this can be the win game. Oh, I think Ratty got the cat, so you win the game. So we're gonna do this. So we're gonna do when flag clicked show. So after that, it's gonna be jaggable. So it's gonna be jaggable. And it's jaggable, you see? We're gonna do the hide the sprite. And we're also gonna tell the reset timer to LAN cable. And on the LAN cable, it needs to be the LAN. And we set this, and we set this. And broadcasting. It's gonna go back, okay? And go to. And don't forget to put the and. It needs to go back. Wait, maybe. Wait, maybe we need to maybe we're just... So we're just going to put it right there. And we have it, you see? We have it. So when I receive go back message. Let's see if it worked. I think it doesn't go back. It's almost, but it almost there. And we put this right there. We put it right there. And we put the knots. And also I forgot to put the mod. And we don't need a number on it. And set this to 900, many thousands. And yes, minus 190. And bye guys, I'll see you on part 3. And on the part 3, you're going to make Clicker and also Fawnbot. So I'll see you on